First off, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button, like this video. So, Austin and I have been super busy lately, actually super busy, and it's been about a week and a half since we put out a video. But that's all right because we're jumping back in it. We've slowed down just a little bit from work. And boy, do I have some updates for you guys. I tell you what. So you know, or as you know, Austin has his Gladiator and we've been filming some videos. Austin's already been buying stuff for the Gladiator. You know, soon to come are a lot of big ticket items, lift kit, tires, wheels, which is great. But I still have this huge problem. 3 and I still don't have a vehicle. I don't know what it is right now, but it is just so tough for me to pull the trigger. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there looking for vehicles right now. And I'm not sure if you're going through the same thing I'm going through, but here in Colorado, with inventory being super low because of have been shut down, so they haven't been building cars, right? And all the dealerships have been selling out of vehicles like crazy. They're so barren. I've been to so many dealerships, and the dealerships are just so barren. There's no vehicles on their lot. But what is left is either the most expensive, and I'll use Toyota for example. I went over to Toyota to look at some trucks, and all they had on the lot for Tundras was the Tundra Platinum, which is their top of the line, or their work truck model. So we've got the lowest of the low versus the highest of the high. You know, super pricey, very reasonable price, but you know, nothing that you would really want to buy unless you were using it for a work truck. So everything in between is just gone, and it's crazy, right? So I'm struggling big time since that's the case, and most people, I don't want to say they can't afford the highest of the high, the Tundra Platinums, but they're definitely more expensive per se than the base model. But all in between is what people want and what they can afford, so it's just gone. And since that's all gone, well, here lies the problem. Everyone's now going to used vehicles, right? So even the used vehicles now are starting to struggle to stay in stock because anything that's worth, they go like that, just gone, right? They hit the lot, and I've talked to quite a few dealerships, and they've even told me that they're selling used vehicles by putting them on their website, and then the vehicles are actually in transit to the website, and they're selling before they even get to the location. So people are buying them sight unseen, which for me, unless I was buying a brand new vehicle, is so difficult to do. I don't think I could buy a used vehicle sight unseen unless it had like 2,000 miles on it. It was practically brand new. So I'm struggling big time here because I'm looking at a lot of F-150s. I'm looking at a lot of the Dodge 2500s, trying to find that perfect build platform for our overlanding excursions. And it's super difficult right now because since all of those vehicles are going so quick, and dealers are now starting to have to pay more money at auctions for these used vehicles. So now they're upcharging the vehicle, if you will. So like, for example, I've been looking at F-150s. I've been looking about 2018 F-150 XLTs, trying to find one with the 3.5 twin turbo. Well, most of the time I'm finding a 2.7, but on average, these trucks with the 2.7 usually go for 31 to 32,000 versus the 3.5 usually goes for like 35, 36,000 for the XLT model. Well, what I'm coming to find out is they're trying to sell this 2018 with the 2.7 that should originally be like 32-ish. They're listing them for sale for $35,000 to $38,000, and most of them don't have the rear locker on it, which is something that I'm looking for that truck. And these 3.5 twin turbos, same year, same model, are going for 39 to 41, 42,000 roughly. So these dealerships are marking them so high, I can't fathom. So I think I'm gonna end up having to pay extra for a vehicle right now because I'm tired of waiting, and I don't have 3 more months till they start getting inventory back in, because now they're starting to produce vehicles again. So I'm having a huge dilemma with finding a vehicle. And today, Austin and I and our buddy George think we're gonna pop out to some stores, maybe to Sportsman's Warehouse, Walmart, for a few more things to add to our gear bags. I mean, Austin's got he's got a lot of stuff already, and George has a ton of stuff already. George has already ordered his roof rack. I think he's about to order his rooftop tent. And George has a sick lime green Jeep with lime green accents everywhere, and all of his gear is matching to his Jeep, and it's so cool. He just bought this big Yeti cooler for when we're out overlanding, and it's the same color as his Jeep. And he bought a cooler, when you were younger and you used to play, if you played sports like football or baseball, and your coach had the giant Gatorade coolers where you could dump like the Gatorade powder in and fill it up, and he brings it to your games. Well, George has a sick lime green drink cooler that he just bought to add to his collection. And man, I'm pretty envious of his Jeep. His Jeep is pretty sweet. He's running some he's even running some 20x12 Moto metal wheels on that thing that have lime green accents, which are so cool. So I'm super envious over here of both Austin and George, because both of them have vehicles, and I'm sitting over here without a vehicle, and cheers. Well, hopefully I'm able to cruise up to Brighton today. There's a dealership here in Brighton, Colorado, Johnson Auto Plaza, and they have quite a few vehicles that I might be interested in. They have a nice F-150 and a nice 2500 Dodge, both for sale. And they're more than ideally what I want to spend for each of those vehicles. However, they are priced pretty well for what they are, and I'm sick of not having a vehicle. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but Austin and I, we're both real estate agents. So Austin's been picking me up almost every day to go do showings, show up to listing appointments. I mean, Austin's he's been picking me up for the last 3 weeks, and I've also been stealing my girlfriend's car. Kudos to you for letting me borrow the car. I just drop her off at work and cruise on over to Austin's or to showings or literally wherever I need to be. But I've got super awesome people around me supporting me and helping me out. I'll tell you what, there is one thing that a lot of people don't understand. I always take time to make big decisions. It took me, I think, 5 months to find my last truck. Right now I'm at 3 weeks. I'm definitely hoping it does not take more than another week to find a truck. But I always make like super calculated decisions, because whatever I buy, one, I want to love it. Two, I want to make sure I can afford what I'm buying, which won't be a problem.